Welcome to class.
Hey folks! In this video I'm going to tell you a little bit about where you're going to go in terms of programming in this programming class. And we'll go over a couple of really fun examples of things that you'll be able to do after this class. So here's some examples. Alright, this first one is color tracking. We're using the webcam on a computer, and notice that when I clicked on the green wire there, that little black dot follows the wire around. And I can move it all around, and it just follows it. Now I've clicked on my face, and it tries to follow my face, but it gets a little confused. But it's trying to stay on the same color. Alright, here's one that I made a couple of years ago called a mosquito simulator. You can see a black dot represents the human, and then these little triangles represent the mosquitoes. And they're all coming towards some point close to the human until they get if they're too close and the human moves, they get scared and they run away. You can see them chasing the human all over the screen. One interesting thing about this is that, there's really no reason that you couldn't incorporate the last program that you just looked at with with the color tracking, and have the human follow something on a webcam. Right? So you could have a real life player moving around physically by just combining those two programs. And these are actually things that you'll do a little bit later on with me, or this type of thing where you have lots of objects interacting with lots of other objects. This is a fun example of image manipulation. I wanted to create the idea of discovery and exploration. So I thought, well, how about looking at a frog in the dark with a flashlight? And so that's what we did. And this is something you'll definitely be able to do, is manipulate photos in all sorts of different ways, even animating them in neat ways. You'll get to learn a lot about how images are displayed on screens. Each of these squares is just one color. So I've reduced the number of pixels that your video is showing. Here's another example of a longer term project that we'll do. This is what we'll call maybe an audacious aviator. We have some kind of bird or something that has to avoid these obstacles. And when it runs out of tries, you have to start over. And the point of this is not for you to necessarily want to recreate things that you've made with me over and over again. The point of this is really so that you'll have some really strong fundamentals in terms of skills, and you'll be able to go off and make all kinds of things on your own using these skills.